A story of glamour, control, and a life cut short. Hollywood loves to remember Jean Harlow as the first blonde bombshell. The woman who defined sex appeal in the early 1930s. Platinum hair, confidence, a smile that filled the screen. But Jean Harlow's real story is not just about beauty. It's about pressure, control, and what fame demanded from a young woman who never got the chance to grow old. Jean Harlow was born Harlene Carpenter in 1911. She didn't grow up dreaming of Hollywood fame. Her mother did. From a young age, Jean was pushed toward stardom. Auditions, screen tests, expectations. Hollywood wasn't a choice, it was a plan made for her. By the late 1920s, Jean was getting noticed. She wasn't the most trained actress. But she had something studios wanted, presence. And soon, they decided what she would become. Hollywood didn't just cast Jean Harlow. It created Jean Harlow. Her hair became her signature. Not naturally platinum, but chemically forced. Studios used harsh, toxic bleach mixtures to achieve the perfect blonde. Again. And again. And again. Her scalp burned. Her hair thinned. But the image mattered more than her health. Jean wasn't allowed to change it. The blonde was the brand. And the brand had to survive, no matter the cost. By the early 1930s, Jean Harlow was everywhere. She starred alongside Hollywood's biggest names. Audiences loved her boldness, her confidence, her sexuality. But behind the scenes, she was exhausted. Long hours, relentless filming schedules, no real breaks. Hollywood sold fantasy. Jean lived the reality. Jean's personal life was just as troubled. Her marriages were fast and deeply unhealthy. One husband was reportedly controlling and abusive. Another struggled with addiction and jealousy. Jean was young, famous, surrounded by power, but with very little of her own. Hollywood didn't step in to protect her. Scandal sold better than safety. Jean Harlow was constantly watched, judged, talked about. Her body, her relationships, her behavior. She was expected to be glamorous at all times. Grateful, silent. As long as she delivered at the box office, the system kept running. Her pain stayed off screen. By 1937, something was wrong. Jean was constantly tired, in pain, struggling to work. Doctors dismissed her symptoms. Studios pushed her to keep filming. She was only 26, too young, they thought, for anything serious. But her condition worsened. Her kidneys were failing. And still, production continued. Jean Harlow died in June 1937. She was just 26 years old. The official cause, kidney failure. Hollywood paused, briefly. Tributes were written. Films were edited. And then, the industry moved on. Her image stayed frozen in time. Young, beautiful, untouchable. But Jean never got to live beyond the role Hollywood assigned her. Today, Jean Harlow is remembered as an icon. A symbol of old Hollywood glamour. The original blonde bombshell. But her story is also a warning. A reminder of a system that valued profit over people. Image over health. Fantasy over humanity. Jean Harlow didn't die because she wasn't strong enough. She died because Hollywood never learned when to stop. Hollywood didn't protect Jean Harlow. It protected the illusion. And the cost of that illusion was her life.